I've lost all track of time in this place. I have a vague memory of getting introduced to Ray, Graham and Mo when they return, but they subsequently go herring off in the other direction to gather up more clothes from the last chamber after Sammy cleans off the ectoplasm they all got doused with in their battle. It takes a bit of convincing to get Jackson and Nolan to part with their Kevlar and their useless emotional support pistols, but they perk up when I have Moira try to stab me through the chest with one of my knives, and the only result is that I feel like I've been hit by a train, just not, perforated. Moira gets the hang of crafting first, since it seems she already had a basic idea from Ngozi discovering organically how to imbue things with spirit, but she's just as awed as I felt with the knowledge that we can, pardon the pun, create things out of whole cloth. We start small, making Paul Xander some clothes to go under his armour to be. Once he's clothed and warm again, the cast-off rags get fed back into the pile, and the others set about replacing their own clothes with hardier undergarments. I leave them to that. They can experiment with spirit and whatever else they have to hand. If they manage to make pants that absorb your pee or a shirt that gives you a hug when you're down, good for them. I turn my focus to the outer layers that will hopefully keep us all alive. While I haven't wanted to pry, I remember on the paper Trudy brought me that there were 8 people Moira came down here with. That there are only 6 remaining isn't lost on me. If nothing else, the focus on crafting gives everyone a welcome distraction while Trudy patrols for us to watch for any unwelcome surprises. One of the things new to me with this crafting project is that with all the composite blends of materials used in modern clothing, I'm able to separate out the myriad plasticine fibers from organics. Before, I've mostly been working with existing materials like leather or metal or wood. But faced with the challenge of a charity shop worth of clothes in a heap, I find that spirit seems to differentiate between things at a molecular, even atomic level. I can't be sure, but I do know it allows me to essentially layer hardened polyester into spirit-reinforced scales or plates, create diaphanous meshes of elastine for mobility in underlayers, and ply cotton and linen and silk into imbued fabrics far more durable and resilient than their previous incarnations. And with the permission of Jackson and Nolan, I can take those 2 Kevlar vests and layer that tensile strength into gear for all of us with less weight to bear. Our melee fighters, Moira, Jackson, Nolan and Mo, get the best I can do with materials to absorb hits and withstand cuts and punctures. Those of us with stealth-based classes, just me and Xander, get gear that maximizes our range of motion and helps us stay quiet. The mages, Sammy, Graham and Ray, get a similar treatment to the melee fighters, since they end up in the heart of the fray more than I'd expect in a video game. The pile of gathered clothing behind me first grows when Graham, Ray and Mo finally return from their second excursion, and from there it slowly shrinks. I try not to think of how many people must have died to leave this volume of textiles behind.